Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SmashBros AMA brought to AMA. We're off to a roaring start, brought to you by the Daily Dot. I, of course, am your host, Ian Double John Barker, and with me once again is the handsome, thick rim glasses person you've come to know and love, and that's Jacob Wolf. Jacob, how are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. I'm petitioning to be the permanent left guy, so that's on the list of things. But yeah, I'm doing well, and I'm excited for today. So,
did you put that petition on change.org? I hear those things make a big difference.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay.
70,000 signatures and growing. Well, it's your favorite night of the week, your favorite show on Twitch. How could it not be? It's the SmashBros AMA, and of course we have a special guest with us tonight because you're not asking us questions. You don't care about what we have to say. You do care what our special guest Nairobi Quezada has to say. Nairo, and he comes to us from Nairo. Where are you coming from, man?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Sunny, beautiful New Jersey. Before we get into your questions, let's talk a little bit about the format. Of course, every Monday we put out a new guest for you to needle with your most pressing questions, and the SmashBros mod very graciously put up a thread. You vote on your favorite questions, ask your favorite questions, and then we ask them here on the show every Wednesday or Thursday night whenever we can get people on. So before we go live with our good friend Nairo, here's a little look back at his career. Most great players are known for who they beat. Until this October, Liquid's Smash 4 ace was best known for who he couldn't. Nairo famously ended Zero's streak of over 50 consecutive championships at the MLG World Finals, minting an already sterling career with one of Smash for Wii U's most valuable scalps. As the standard bearer for Zero Suit Samus and a poster child for Nintendo's new wave of Smashers, it's hard to say how high the young player's career will take him. But if his character choice is any indication, Nairo is likely only looking in one direction, and that's up. Are you tonight? How you doing, man? Nairo? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
You just had to stop and think about it, right? You weren't sure how you were feeling.
I was just watching all the moments.
Taking you back a little bit, I'm sure it was incredible for us to watch those moments, obviously. I'm sure it was even more incredible to be there. Well, before we get started, we got a bunch of questions for you. I don't know if you knew about this, but we're going to ask you a bunch of questions tonight. Are you ready for the community's most burning questions and queries?
Sure.
All right, let's get right into it. Coming at you, the top voted question from your AMA thread for the week is Pointy Delta, who asks about your biggest moment. What did it feel like to beat Zero and end the streak?
Yeah, I expected that to be the best answer or the most popular question.
Yep.
Felt pretty crazy. Like me and Zero were even in Brawl. Man, this game is what was not the case at all. Like he's beaten me 10 times, and I finally beat him once or twice. But it was pretty crazy since a lot of people thought I was the closest, even though I haven't beaten him, I'm still the closest. So that's saying a lot about Zero. So I really wanted to do it. Other people have been close. Sam was really close, so I was I gotta do this. I have a lot of chances, but I keep blowing it. So to be able to finally do it was pretty exciting. And in Brawl, I was the person to beat him the most as well, out of everybody. So I kind of want to do the same at least be even on him with him. So it's pretty crazy. I was gonna flip my mind out, but then he tapped me and I stopped jumping.
Well, it looked for a second like you just froze, like you were just so excited about the moment that you were like, oh my God, Nairo, just drink it all in, man. This is your moment, you just stopped and enjoyed. I mean, what was it? What was going through your head while you're sitting up there on the stage, with all the fans cheering your name and so excited about the moment?
Well, when that last moment happened, I jumped, but I wasn't exactly sure if it was the end. I jumped, I was like, oh my God, did that just happen? And then I was like, oh, it did happen. And then I was like, oh my God, I started going crazy. But it was pretty awesome. It brought back the other Apex for Brawl. People were chanting my name and stuff. So that's pretty cool. That's
incredible. And then obviously, I think one of the most incredible things about that match is if you watch it back. First of all, you got the stage spike to take the first stock on that final game. and then you got the classic ZSS combo, the up air, up B. And the crazy thing about that is I think a lot of people felt like when the streak ended, it would be this long, drawn-out thing. You'd both go to like 150%, and then you'd land this critical blow, and you'd beat him. But something about that game, man, it's just like you blinked and it was over. I mean, did you just see the combo and just went for it?
I when I do those combos, I didn't expect it to kill, like I said. But it was like percent, like extra percent. So I wasn't expecting it to be over here. But Zero didn't expect me to continue it because like even if I missed it, he would have just killed me. But I didn't miss it, so because he didn't expect me to go for it at such a high percent, and that was enough to like push him to the top of the blast zone and kill him. So I was like, hey, we take those.
Those.
Yeah, But I didn't even realize the people said it after the tournament that like the last 3 games were 2 stocks until I rewatched it. I thought they were just like a little close and stuff. But I was like, oh, I guess not. But like next time, obviously, it most likely won't be that case. It'll probably be a little bit closer to like somebody, either me or him taking it. Whoever has momentum.
Yeah, and like overall, like I was a little bit shocked as well that that combo worked at that percentage. But like. I guess, FD has a little bit of a low of a ceiling if you get them high enough like that for a ZSS to kill up. So, yeah, wow, what a strange ending, I think. I was shocked. Like, so, congratulations again on that.
Yeah, it was sort of like when 2 championship football teams play each other and like, they're going back and forth, they're trading points, and then the other team gets, they got like 3 minutes on the clock, they got all their timeouts, and they're getting ready for their final drive. And the QB throws a pick. I mean, the difference between that and this situation, of course, is that you made that happen. And my question for you is, what changed between that set and every other set that you've played against? I mean, because I've got to list it out. I mean, I hate to recount this. I hope this doesn't bring any bad memories. No. You finished second to Zero, and this is incredible, at CEO, Big House 5, Sandstorm, and Final Battle. That's 1-2. I mean, even if you finish second at other places, even if you finish lower than that, for 2 people to be that close, and that consistent is kind of crazy. So what changed about that set compared to those other 4 that allowed you to find your focus, find your footing, and finally pick up the W?
I was just way more consistent in landing grabs, which is the best thing Zero can do, but also can be like the worst thing she can do if somebody doesn't get grabbed or dodge it. But like I definitely grabbed way more than I ever have, or like landed the grabs way more than any other set, so I got more percent or kills off of it.
I said, so that change, that consistency made all the difference for you, huh?
Yeah, just like the right timings to land the grabs, what ended up making me win the set. So if I like miss a lot, I'm probably gonna get destroyed like usual.
Another reason why I stick with DDD. You can't kill that guy. He weighs like 1,000 pounds. And one of the most interesting things for me about your record is everybody wants to talk about the second place finishes, right? Everybody wants to talk about, second to Zero, blah, 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 blah. But I went back through your track record. You've got 34 first place finishes in Smash 4. I mean, you may not have put them all together in the same run, but I mean, is that a part of your career that you think people maybe overlook, or is it maybe different because maybe Zero wasn't at that tournament, for example?
Not really overlooked. Well, now at this point, if they don't think Zero's there, they'll most likely think I'll win the tournament. But like during the first half of the year, I wasn't winning too much. Like I would get like second to Zero, or just like like second or third or whatnot. But like now lately, like the second half of the year, I've like lost I think only 2 tournaments, or yeah, I think 2. Mm-hmm. And I've won the rest of them, and I've gone to a good amount of them. So a lot of people think I'm like number 2 for sure. I mean, I'm not satisfied with that. But
nor should you be. Yeah,
I got to keep trying though. But I don't think people overlook it, because a lot of people agree that Zero's first and I'm second, like for sure. And then everything else below that is like a toss up.
Nice. Well, and I think it's always interesting because you guys have sort of created your own world for Smash 4. For a long time, I think games like Project M or Brawl, they sort of lived in the shadow of Melee, and yet this game is so different that you guys are creating your own thing. And actually, Orange Pants from the AMA thread has an idea that I'm all about this. So Orange Pants wants to know, would you be willing to team up with Hungrybox for doubles against Zero and Levin for best of 5 in both Melee and Smash 4?
I'd do it. Sounds pretty fun. I'm okay in Melee, but I mean, if I were to do that, I would play a little bit of Melee. Like, you know, so I'm not completely garbage, but like I would do that. That sounds fun.
Who's your main in Melee?
I used Marth and Fox, but mainly Fox.
Of course you did.
Of course you did. 20XX.
They're obviously great characters. Okay, so if you want to take a second to call Team Liquid, we'll wait while you put this together. Because I'm not going to lie, this sounds like the hypest thing ever, to be completely honest.
It'd be pretty fun. I wouldn't mind it. Like, I mean, it's not going to be something too serious, but like, you know, it seems like an event that can happen only at Genesis, because it's not often or all 4 of us are going to be at a tournament.
Sure.
So it'll be like that, and like maybe Evo if they have the Smash games, both Smash games there. So I'm definitely down to do it.
I think this is the perfect time to plug HTC. Like, they always love getting involved in Smash, and like they sponsor both teams. So like HTC put like, I don't know, like $10,000 on the line for the winners.
It's a little, it's pocket change for you people. Selling
I mean,
phones
for,
like they're
for
candy,
a money
man.
match,
Yeah,
like $10,000 is not bad. $5,000 a piece.
They made $10,000 while we were talking about this, man. That's no big deal. It's no big deal. Beautiful. Well, let's hope that happens soon. And you heard it here first, Genesis folks. Make it happen. Moving on. Swimming in swag. I have not read these names. I like to keep it as a surprise for the broadcast. This is easily one of my favorites. Swimming in swag wants to know, what makes Zero such a difficult opponent from your experiences?
Zero is a player that changes his habits really fast. So like if you notice something and you do something like really good because of that habit, he will like, and he notices it's not going to be like the same. Or like he might do the same, but not immediately after, like, you know, when you expect him to do it again, he'll just do it something else and you're like, oh crap, that didn't work. And then like after that, it's back to like the same 50-50, like 50-50 guess. If this is right, I'll land a hit. If I'm wrong, then I'm probably gonna take a lot of damage. So it's pretty hard to do it, and he does it throughout the whole set. So if it's the reason why he lost like a game, then he's gonna figure that out like in between the games and switch it up during the next game and so on.
So whereas it sounds like what you're saying is whereas other players maybe fall into a certain series of patterns. For example, they use the same out of shield option. They, always down throw up, be something like that. He's not only paying attention to your patterns, he's paying attention to his own patterns and figures out how to change them.
Yeah, he'll see that this is not working, or this is the reason why I get hit too much, or like can lose the set because of this, and then he's going to try to change it up, or he's going to change it up for sure. And he always keeps his head cool, like no matter what the situation is, even if he's down like 100%, he's still going to keep trying, like, or even play better, like the best he can, so he doesn't lose. And many players, when they're down, they just like either give up or they become a little reckless, and that'll be like the end of the game for them pretty much.
And have you taken any opportunity in your practice hours to incorporate that sort of thing into your own game?
I kind of do that. Like, it depends on who the player is and what their character can do if I don't change it. Like, if I know that, like, if I can, like, air dodge something, and if they do read it, I'm going to die, then I'm going to change it. Like, I know, like, all right, that's something that if they guess it right, I'm going to die. So I'll do something else. But if I know that even if I do, like, an option that, well, worst case scenario, I won't die still, then then it's okay to go for it. So it depends on like the situation, percents, and everything. But like I do change up a lot of my stuff.
That sounds like the worst. That's like the I don't know how to put it. That's like You know when you're a kid and you would eat like anything. You'd eat pizza, you'd eat ice cream, you'd eat M&M's, stuff like that. But the one thing you don't want to eat is like broccoli. You know, you got
Green
that like
beans.
one. It was green beans for me too. This is like the advice you just gave. Yeah, is like the green beans of Smash advice. Like no one wants to hear like depends on the situation. Because they're looking for like, no, what do I do? Like, what's my button input after this exact thing? So
Yeah, you gotta figure it out. It's not like no magic words and then you're out of the situation. It's always gonna be different.
you got to get good, Scrub. That's what Smash is all about. You got to get good. Speaking of good, Gianki123, I think I pronounced that right. Gianki123 wants to know top 5 Smash 4 players excluding you and Nairo. I'm sorry. So leave you and Nairo out of this. Zero and Nairo.
Okay. In no order, probably like the Buzz, Renai, Mr. R, Esam, Ally, and then probably Esam, yeah. Or either Esam, Anti, or Choco between the last 3. It's so hard because a lot of players are like really close to their level, so it like all goes down to like results and stuff.
Wait, so you would put Ally over Anti? Or Anti?
Possibly, yeah. Anti,
Very interesting.
He doesn't go too much to like, or like compared to Ally. Ally's been doing stuff like for the whole year. Anti's good, but if you want to talk about like results, and I said no order too. I was just naming them.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure who would be over who, but they're all like close to each other.
Fair enough.
What about someone in the chat wants to know why isn't Shofu on that list?
I thought he was part of the top 2 of me and the show.
Oh yeah. It's funny because there are a lot of people out there actually that would look at DeBuzz and say DeBuzz in particular and say, maybe his character carries him. Maybe having Rosalina and Olimar in the pocket, they're just impossible to approach, and they always got that star or those Pikmin in your face. As a great player. What is it about him that makes him a great player, despite what the haters say?
He's just he's smart. He's very patient too. So I don't think it's like the character that carries him. Like he's been using Rosalina since like the E3 like demo. So he's been like he labbed a lot. He was like the best player in the East Coast by far for 3DS. Like I think he lost like 1 tournament, and yeah, he's very good, and like a lot of people don't like him because Rosalina play can be really slow to watch, or like it's the same thing. Like, well, a lot of characters have the same thing, but like I guess Rosalina's for Rosalina it's jab, so a lot of people hate seeing like jab, but it's a very good option, so he's gonna use it. But like even if the Buzz loses early in a tournament, he ends up like climbing losers bracket all the way up to like top 3, and he's pretty much done that for 90% of like tournaments, whether it be small or like major, like or let's say like Big House, he got to winners final, so he was already a top 3 there. But like he has very consistent results, so he's definitely like third, probably like third at best, but like worst maybe 4th, 5th, in my opinion. But yeah.
I kind of feel there's a lot of things you can relate to Buzz and his play on Rosalina and Luma with Hungrybox and Jigglypuff. They both get the exact same shit where everyone is like, your character carries you or whatever. But like both of those characters in both games are very like intelligent characters. You really have to think about your setups. You have to figure out your spacing. It's just Would you agree with that? Yeah.
There's like there's a lot of character or like things people complain about like most characters, but like in the end there's still like only like a handful for all the characters that can do like do a step more than like the other character. Like I guess for like Sheik it'll be like Mr. R and Zero, and then like that's it. Like they are the most consistent by far compared to the other Sheiks, at least at the moment. And Rosalina, the Buzz is like the only one that really like on a national scale you'll see him like in top 8s and stuff. You have not seen another and besides one tournament, Big House, there was another Rosalina, but a majority of the other tournaments. Like if you think Rosalina in top 8, the first person you're gonna think about is like the Buzz and only the Buzz.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that for a second because, I mean, a lot of people are saying, oh, Jigglypuff carries you. Oh, Rosalina and Luma carries you. But, like, I'm sorry, I don't see, like, tournaments full of Rosalina and Lumas. I mean, if it were that easy, then why not play to win? Why not play the character? Because you cannot tell me that there's hundreds of people at every Smash tournament not picking a great character on principle. If she was so broken, I think we would see more Fox. Unfortunately. Anyway. Yeah. Also, fun fact about DeBuzz and Hungrybox is they have both been booed for getting a top 4 tournament.
It's so silly, man. Like
silly.
I don't understand it. Like he's pretty much
Seriously.
both of them. Like undisputably, Hungrybox has mastered Jigglypuff, and like I think DeBuzz is like very, very close to mastering Rosalina. He's closer than anyone else, obviously.
You know what
but,
really grinds my gears?
yeah, exactly.
I think we're doing an AMA, right? At
Yes.
some point, we should probably get to that. Next question coming at you. SC Red wants to know, as being undeniably one of the best Smash 4 players out there alongside Zero, there's quite a huge gap between you guys and the rest of the group. What do you think accounts for that? And what are you doing that no one else is?
I think the only thing that separates that is just results. Because like there are players that can do very well versus Zero and me. I mean, I've had like 1 or 2 losses to someone like not in the top 4 before, and that's because they're like good enough to beat me. They just don't, or like me and Zero. It's just that either they don't fight us or they don't place high enough, so they're not not compared on to the same level. So there's that, and then. Well, that's kind of it, because like me and Zero, we've gotten top 3 at every single major. Well, besides me at Apex, so I got like 9th or something like that. Yeah, Zero, he kept the top 3, of course, at everything, or top 1 at almost everything. But it's not. Besides that, it's not really like a huge gap. It's just all about consistency, and yeah, me and Zero are like by far like the most consistent ones at the moment.
So the interesting thing I think that we've noticed is you talk about people you're talking about all these players who have placed highly, who consistently place highly, and I think one of the most interesting things about it is that they do play so many different characters. Do you think that the fact that you two managed to finish top 3 all the time has anything to do with the fact that you are playing arguably strong characters? Because it does no discredit to your talent, of course, but having a great weapon in your holster, certainly helps the situation. Or is the Smash 4 tier list not defined enough to make that assumption?
Well, a lot of people will say Zero Suit and Sheik are like top 2 in some order, but mainly Sheik being the first. But before CSS wasn't like 2 or 3 or 4, she was like 12 to like 15, some area like that. But then as I started to do better, everybody was like, "Oh, that's really good." Then that's when Zero Suit just jumped over everybody and just butted in with Sheik. But it's, I guess, I don't know. Well, Sheik, everybody has Sheik up since the beginning, or almost near the beginning, after the econ got patched a bit or nerfed a bit. But I don't think that's all, because Zero also has other good characters. His Diddy Kong's still very good, especially versus like Sheik. It's his favorite matchup. I still have a lot of good secondaries myself. But it's kind of hard to say that we wouldn't be as consistent and whatnot. That could be said for anybody that uses their character. If they use a different character, then most likely they'll be worse because that's not their best character. But yeah.
Do you feel like someone that doesn't use a top tier character can make a staple, or not like an S character or an SS character can make a staple in Smash 4? Obviously I'm thinking in Melee, Hungrybox, a lot of people have Jigglypuff as an A tier and not an S tier, like a Falco or a Sheik or a Fox, right? Do you think someone that plays a little bit lower tier of a character could make their staple in Smash 4?
Like King DDD? Maybe. Maybe.
I'm not sure about DD, to be honest. But there's other characters like, well, if you mean like just below S or like A and below
A and
Meta Knight.
B.
Yeah, Meta Knight and like Villager are really good characters. Japan's best is a Villager, so, and he usually shuts down like everybody he fights like pretty convincingly too. So, and he'll be at Genesis, so we'll see how he does there. But like he's able to use, not the best character, but like still just be able to beat Zero Suits and Sheik like on the regular.
Well, and then you got guys like Abadango who rolled up into Evo playing Wario and Pac-Man and did what he did. So I gotta say, my personal thoughts on the matter. Smash 4 is such an incredibly exciting game right now because so many things are wide open. I mean, like you and Zero are up there, and obviously Sheik and Zero Suit Samus are great. But it feels like things are wide open, are extremely wide open. I mean, how far do you feel this game has? I mean, we've got our last Smash Direct next week. What kind of legs does this game have looking towards the future?
It's doing pretty well. If this is like the last quote unquote update, well, I mean, I don't think they're gonna release all the other characters, but once all the characters are done, that's probably gonna be it for updating the game. Adding a little buff to a character or like making a character a little bit weaker. But then we'll get we'll have to just get used to everything from then on. But like the game can last like for a very long time. It has so many characters. A lot of characters are good. Like anybody could pull upsets. Even today, there can be upsets. Like, a character not really seen that much can pull an upset on somebody that's really good. And yeah, we'll just have to
You mean like King DDD? Do you mean?
Yeah, King DDD.
A boy can dream, can't he?
Yeah, but
yeah, go ahead.
I think the game could last pretty long.
That's awesome.
If the community supports it, like a lot of people will complain about like nerfing stuff, but once updates stop, then it's kind of pointless to be doing that. And just if you still like the game, then just don't like really complain. Just
just keep
play it and try to see if you can find something around it.
Yeah, absolutely. Get good, as they say. Get good.
Get
good, man.
Scrub. I believe that was Jimmy Carter.
Yes.
Anyway, moving on to our next question. We got another classic name here. Jamaican Falafel wants to know, who is your favorite player to watch either in or out of Smash 4? What do you like about him, and what can you learn from them? Now, this is a bit presumptuous. Maybe he likes a female player. I mean, right? What do you like about them?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Ally is probably one of my favorite to watch, as well as Larry. They're just both really good. Cause I don't know, Ally is like read based, but like once he knows like, oh yeah, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, it's just like he's like reading a book on you, and like it's crazy. Like I'm like, what the hell? How does he like know that immediately? And then Larry, same thing for Larry. Like when he's on a roll, he's really, really good. But like he doesn't go to much tournaments, or at least he hasn't gone to like the recent majors like MLG and Big House. But like he's very good. Like a lot of people think he was top 10 before. I mean, some people probably think so, but I haven't played him recently to say if he dropped out of it. But I'm pretty sure, I'm confident that he can still be up there. But like they're both really smart, and like once they got like a player down, like if they like download them, then it's kind of like a wrap.
Would you say he can read people as easy as green eggs and ham?
Probably, yeah. Especially I like.
Jacob Wolf, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he makes the big bucks. Well, we'll keep it. I apologize to our Reddit viewers who have not had their questions read on in previous weeks. Do you mind if we pick things up a little bit, get some more 15 minutes of fame on the show? You mind? Do you mind?
What?
If we speed up the questions a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Get some more people out here.
Rapid fire.
Spread the love. We got
Sure.
Neko Official, who wants to know, who do you feel is the most underused character with the most potential?
Underused.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Oh, really? Tell us more about that. Talk to us about that for a second.
Trying to think. Probably something like Toon Link, Robin. Oh, and the Pits. There's a lot of characters that aren't really seen much, but are good. But like, I guess there's players for them. They just don't like either do as well or they just don't go offline. So people don't know about them, but they can be really good. But like sometimes they can't make it to tournaments, so we'll never see how they're doing. At least at the moment. But yeah, I'd say those 4 characters are pretty underused, as well as Cloud soon. but
yeah, why haven't we seen him in competitive play yet? I mean, it's been anyway.
Not esports, that's one.
Sometimes you just gotta have fun with a character, right? Sometimes you just gotta have fun.
Of course.
Absolutely. Excellent. We're moving on to another question. We've got Pyro Kid Sosa, who wants to know, what are your feelings? Oh God, Pyro Kid, I'm so sorry. What are your feelings about the future of the game?
Oh, I think it, like how long the game's gonna last competitively.
Sure.
Like, yeah, I kind of answered that. I said it can last long as long as the community, doesn't like go apart, whether it be like something with custom moves or Mii fighters or whatnot. Like, oh, they're not legal, I'm not gonna go to tournaments. So all that is slowly gonna make entrants go worse or whatever it may be. Like, oh, they are legal, I'm not going. Like, whatever, just like play the game, whatever the rule set is. Like, sometimes it might be different. It's still early in the game, so a lot of rule sets are still different. Like Texas, they still use 3 stocks, and Chicago sometimes uses 3 stocks, and so East Coast mainly uses 2 stock. Everybody uses a little different rule sets. There isn't one main staple rule set at the moment, and it's still early, so there's still going to be a lot of like changes in the rule set. So if people don't like them right now, then you never know if like later it's going to be something they are going to enjoy and then attend tournaments, and maybe the scene will keep growing from then on.
Excellent. Well, I just want to remind our viewers at home that if I do accidentally ask your question before comes up in the AMA thread, please send your complaints to jacobwolf@dailydot.com. He'll handle all those for you. Moving on to our next question. Persona wants to know, since you're the best ZSS, do you think she could be better than Sheik?
I don't think so. At least not at the moment. Like Sheik just has better results for sure. Like it's gonna take more than just me like doing so. Like and there's other Zero suits too, but like on a national scale, like Zero has 50 wins plus wins over every Zero suit, including myself. So there's that, and then just like I know Zero suit can potentially kill early, not always kill early, and then but like the way I see Sheik is like if you play Sheik. Like not perfect, but like a certain way. Sometimes some characters for sure cannot hit her, and that's even worse than dying early. Because like it doesn't matter how long it takes for Sheik to kill, because if you're not hitting her, it doesn't matter. You're still going to die eventually, and Sheik's not going to be hit. So there's that. So like maybe over time, yeah, but like not at the moment for sure.
It's sort of like Fox. I mean, Fox has so many tools at his disposal that at a certain point, it's not about, elevating another character, is it? It's about learning how to work around your matchup. Is that safe to say?
Yeah. Yes. But then, like, at least like top Sheik versus top Zero suit, it'll boil down to, like, who's playing better at that, like in that set or match. So...
And that's what we like, honestly. We everybody loves a game where the better man wins, or better woman. I apologize. Tumblr, put down your keyboard. We got another question. Obviously, there are factors that throw the tier list out the window. And Wario's mustache says, who would win in a best of 3 of 5 set between you and Zero if you both took off your glasses? What happens to the tier list? What's the no glasses tier list? Can you run down that for us?
Well, I mean, I can still see without my glasses. It gives me some powers, but I don't think I need the power. I think
you're wearing for the glasses pushes, right? You're just wearing for the pushes.
But I don't know if Zero loses all his powers when he removes his glasses. So, but if he does, I'll have to say I'm gonna win.
Actually, Man on the Inside told me that most of his powers are in his scarf. So if you can turn up the heat in the building, something like that, get him to take off his scarf, new meta.
As someone who plays Smash with glasses, it blows.
See, but if you play as a giant gorilla or a penguin with an enormous hammer, you don't need to worry about where your hitboxes are because they're everywhere. The whole stage is your hitbox. I mean, start the revolution today, kids. I'm telling you.
Heavy characters for the win.
Pro tips from
Yes, of course,
your man. Moving on to our next one. Wario's mustache now wants to get personal. Wario's mustache wants to know, you're a pretty young guy. Do you see college or a trade school in your future at all?
Yeah, I do. It's just that, like, at least at the moment, I have no idea what I want to do. So it's like, I mean, it's fine because I'm traveling all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, I'm traveling all over the place at the moment, so it's fine. So, like, I probably wouldn't be able to, or I wouldn't have been able to attend most of these tournaments that I went to if I was in like school right now. So, but I do plan to in the future once I 100% know what I want to do. Then yeah.
With the prize pools in esports still being a little bit low, do you feel? I mean, obviously, without disclosing any of your contracts with your sponsor, do you feel like sponsorship support has reached a point where more people could take time off and sort of dedicate themselves to the game like you have?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. Like Zero. I know he wants to go to school sometime, but like even if he doesn't, he's doing really good right now. So, or like winning that many tournaments, who wouldn't be? But yeah, I think yeah.
It's hard to win tournaments that don't exist. That's what my dad used to say. We'll talk a little bit about your past and your background. Tropius2 actually wants to know, what was the greatest hurdle in the jump from Brawl to Smash 4? Were there any habits that you had a harder time breaking, or were there things that you had a lot of trouble integrating into your play?
Tripping.
Was it hard not randomly tripping anymore? Was that a challenge for you? Tell us about that.
Well, Meta Knight was different by a lot. So that was my character right there. So that was already a big jump down. I mean, tripping is good. And then I would air dodge a lot in Brawl, like onto the stage, but there was no lag, so it's usually sometimes it might be fine. Like if they mess up their timing just a little bit, it's safe. But in this game, like if you air dodge to the ground or close to the ground, you're gonna have lag. So that like that's even worse, especially like if someone makes a read, like charges like a smash attack and you air dodge, they get like an extra like second of charging and you might die like really early. So yeah, there's that, and then yeah, that was it. So, but the main thing was trying to find another character because Meta Knight was like not touching anybody with a sword, especially at the beginning of the game. Yeah.
I mean, Meta Knight doesn't seem too bad though. Like
yeah, he's not bad. It's just that well, in the beginning he was pretty like bad, or like before people started figuring stuff out with him. But like my favorite thing to do with Meta Knight was glide, and that was completely gone. So I was like, oh man, I was like the best glider in Brawl like ever, and it's gone now. It's gone. It's not the same. But like it was obvious he was gonna be changed, but like it was kind of changed a little bit too much, I guess. But now he's fun, a little bit fun to use, but like it still doesn't feel the same, of course, as Brawl. I mean, Brawl was something else, but but he was very fun at the same time, even if it's like, except for his ice climbers. I mean, that's another good thing, like Brawl to Smash 4, there was no ice climbers, so that stressful like matchup, no matter who I am, is gone. Well, hopefully, unless no DLC out of nowhere make me sad happens. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing.
On like an off note, like a tier list question, I guess. How much do you think the patch that Mewtwo came out, where Diddy got nerfed, or was whatever the big Diddy nerf was, it was around that time, that patch as well as the Luigi nerf patch, how much do you think that changed the tier list to allow smaller characters, or like lower tier characters, to go up, and then higher tier characters to go further? So like a Sheik and a ZSS to go higher.
The Diddy one definitely changed a good amount. The Luigi one, not so much, but the Diddy one, Many people who just like use Diddy Kong, like just because Diddy Kong was like really good, stopped using Diddy Kong, and then I guess they, let me try whatever their character was again, and maybe they got better results because of that. Like Diddy Kong, he was very strong, so it was like a clear like he was number one. Man, I don't know if he was the same, if he would be the same now, if he'd be better than Sheik. Most likely, I think he would be, but it definitely boosted some characters. It lowered Diddy down, but like a lot of people lowered Diddy down too much. He's still like super fast. His I think frame data only changed on up air. I don't quote me on that, but even then it's a very small change. But like everything else is still fast, and his hitboxes are still there besides up air, and he still can do a lot of work. Sometimes it just takes more percent. But like if he's able to do what he did before, like have that much momentum and not get hit, use bananas, all that, then he's still gonna be really good. That's why Zero is still able to beat people with Diddy Kong, because like Zero and Diddy Kong were both good, even though Diddy Kong got worse, but it's still Zero being really good. So with that combination, it's still very strong. The Luigi one didn't change. Well, it changed a good amount. Like now, same thing with Diddy. Some people pocket Luigi's, don't really use Luigi anymore, but Luigi's still pretty good, but just not the same. So he went down a little bit, but he's still good enough to beat like people. If he can read people's air dodges, he'll just like beat them, kill people at like 60. That will not change for like ever probably.
And that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
We got a couple questions coming at us from Twitterverse, and joining us for the first time on the SmashBros AMA show is what we call the voice of God, our tech guy, Will. Will, do you want to read us a couple questions?
Hello, everybody. This is your conscience. I'm just kidding. All right, this question says, what inspired you to start and pursue Smash?
I just played Smash like casually, casual boys, like way back, like I'd say when I was like 10 or something. I went to like a tournament, like school library, stuff like that. You probably heard those stories before, like, oh yeah, my school or something had a tournament. But then like when Brawl came out, my brother's friend hosted like a tournament, and I went to that tournament. I won. I was Zelda. I beat Meta Knight. Hey. And then yeah, from then I was I want to go to tournaments, more tournaments. It's fun. Like we were still all new, but there are, of course, those people going from Melee to Brawl, so they had way more experience than I did. So yeah, over time I just kept playing since like 2008. I'll count like the first Brawl tournament, like the first real tournament, not the school library one. But yeah, I just kept playing. I mean, after 1 year I did very bad. I got like last place like every tournament. But like I still kept playing, like playing computers every day when I get home from school and stuff. And out of nowhere, I just actually went from like last place or like halfway of the bracket, like placing, to like first. And then ever since like then, I would always get like top 5 at the very least, or like top 3. So I just like I was like, I want to be consistent in winning, not just like second or third or so on. So I just kept practicing there, and then like the game is just very fun. So I sticked around with the game, and now we're here.
Well, from the past to the future, Ambler 3 is me wants to know. We just got the Smash 4 broadcast announced for the 15th. Who do you want in?
I'm not really picky, but if I had to pick somebody, I'd pick if it's a newcomer, I'd pick King K. Rool or Banjo-Kazooie.
Yes.
More heavy characters. More heavy characters.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Taking over.
I didn't think Banjo was a possibility, but now he's like, I mean, he definitely had a higher shot than Cloud, that's for sure. But like, so I have to, think that he has a shot. But if it was a veteran, I'd want Snake back. But like that seems pretty iffy at the moment. But like I don't mind who makes it into the game as long as they are fun. If the character's fun, I'll be like, all right, cool, I'm fine. I mean, I'm gonna buy the character regardless because Smash. So, yeah. But if it's someone like Ice Climbers, then I'll probably be a little like, oh man. But like I'll still buy them. But I'll be like, I hope they don't have anything a little to bring back the bad memories. But
No wobbling, please.
yeah. But like I don't want it doesn't have to be like a top tier character as long as they're fun. Like I mean I use like Mewtwo and stuff and they're not really seen as the best characters or they're seen as the worst characters. So but that doesn't stop me from having fun and using them. So yeah.
Did you have a question, Jake?
No, I was going to talk about Ice Climbers and how much I didn't want them to be in the game.
It's more of a general seething hatred that, okay, gotcha.
I used to have in my Twitter bio that loves Pikachu, hates Ice Climbers.
There
And
you go. There you go. And that's still true to this day.
Yes.
Some things never die.
5 days.
Moving on to our next question. My post has, regular contributor to the show, welcome back. My post has, or maybe I'm saying it wrong, and it's actually my post Thaz. So my post Thaz asks, what mechanics did you feel put you at an advantage in Smash 4 and from Brawl, and what possibly hindered your play?
Probably just like the fact that there's air dodge lag if you air dodge close to the ground. Okay, if I reach somebody and I see the air dodge, I'm like, oh, that's it. You're done for. Like, all right, if I'm playing good, at least if I'm playing bad, obviously I'll probably mess it up. But like if I get like Zero Suit down smash, that's like it's hard. It's not super hard to land, but like it's not like you can just do it and then they'll just get hit by it. You have to kind of reach somebody into it, like whether they run and spot dodge in front of it or if they air dodge in front of you and do it. I'm just like, all right, that's perfect. There, down smash, and then I can do like down throw to forward air, or just like it depending on where I land the down smash, I can do down smash to down B spike if it's near the ledge and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd say air dodge definitely benefits because in Brawl I would read a lot of air dodges, but in this game it's way more rewarding because you can kill people really very early with like many characters. And I think the thing that sets me back probably would be, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's not really any mechanic like I don't. I mean, I guess it'd be like Rage, but like Rage is also something I can use too, especially Zero Suit. So, but like there isn't too much. Like I got used to the mechanics from Brawl to here by now. So there isn't anything that like. Oh, actually, whatever the mechanic thing is, where when you like grab the ledge and you jump, or you drop and you jump, and they get up attack and you get stage spike. That's the dumbest thing. I don't really count that as a mechanic, but like it's something that can happen, and it's happened to me like a million times, even in tournament, and I die like at 5%. Like that's the dumbest thing. I don't know why that happens, or like why the get up attack hitbox hits from like below the stage, but that makes no sense. But besides that, I'm fine with everything.
Well, staying on the track of how to become a better player, how do you put yourself in the right mindset to be good at this game? Will, our tech guy, actually has another question from Twitter.
Yes, this one's very important, and they want to know who your favorite waifu outside of Smash is.
Oh man,
your response.
Getting put on blast right now. No matter who I say this, it's gonna be arguing. Shit. Damn. Let's see. I'm going down the list. It's a list. I can't just pick one. They don't ruin your life. You can have many. They don't ruin it. But it'd probably be something like Rydia from Final Fantasy IV. It's pretty big. But that's not to say all the other ones aren't big. But yeah, I'll just say that one to be safe.
I love it. Well, back to more actual Smash questions. Slender Max wants to know, how did you invent and perfect so many setups with Zero Suit Samus? Do you ever think you'll ever switch to another character and optimize them?
I learned. A lot of the things that I do, I just think in my head during like school, or when I was in school, I would think of it. Sometimes I would have a 3DS, so I might practice it a bit, but like I hate 3DS, so like I can't move Zero Suit like how I can with a GameCube controller. But like in my head, I'll think of like, this looks like in my head that it will actually work, and let me do this, and or like next time I get on, let me do this, and yeah, sometimes many of the times it would work, or like theory crafting it would work, and then ends up working. So I like can use it like something that has to be like something that can work from an air dodge or something that's just guaranteed and whatnot. Like I'll just think of it and then just do it. But in terms of switching to another character, probably not unless like I kick too much ass and Zersu just gets hit with the Diddy Diddy nerf. Then I'll be a little upset. But I mean, I won't like worst case scenario. I probably would just have her like secondary. That's as worst I'll probably get. But like it'd have to change a lot from Zersu. Like well, I mean, I probably can't really list them because there's maybe Sakurai's listening. He might do exactly that. But no,
here's a frequent viewer. Yeah, I'm sure he sees it all the time.
But like it's probably expected that she'll get some type of change, especially since I won the event in Japan, and they probably look at that way more than just like stuff that happens here that's not with Zero. So it's kind of hard, but like I don't know who else I would use. Like maybe Cloud is somebody that I can like actually use in tournament and do really well with. And then maybe I'll use more Cloud. Like anybody that like there's a lot of characters that click with me, but like I can just tell I'm like, all right, this character I can do pretty well with, but if I fight Zero, it's not gonna go well. Like just because either matchup or just like mainly just matchup.
You mentioned the 3DS, and if I remember correctly, Zero went to Japan to get a 3DS when this game came out, or like when the two games came out, because the DS version came out before the Wii version, if I'm remembering that correctly. Did you do that as well?
3DS came out first, yeah.
No. You mean like he got a 3DS before the game came out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also got it the first day it came out in Japan. Yeah, I got a Japanese 3DS.
Awesome.
I don't know how you do anything with that stupid little slidey whatever tiddlywink that thing. Yeah. And I tried. I'm like, oh, a Smash game. This will be fun. And then it was like trying to like. Okay, I was gonna make an NSFW jerk, but Wii Esports. So I will pass. Anyway. Go ahead.
The 3DS, I only used Robin and Dark Pit for the most part, actually, and Zelda. So I didn't use Zero Suit, but like when I did use it, like after the Wii U came back and I went back to 3DS, I was like, this is not good. This is gonna. I actually broke my circle pad one day in school. I was like, oh, are you serious? Like it was walking by itself. I was like, oh my god, there's no way this just happened. I had to send it in and do it. It was pretty bad.
I before moving here, like I recently moved here, and like I had to play the 3DS for like a week straight because my Wii U was packed in boxes, and I hated it. Ugh. So, word to the viewers: don't do that.
don't bother. Play Animal Crossing. Play
Pokemon.
Play Triforce Heroes, which by the way looks incredible. Yeah. Anybody's got a 3DS that want to donate to me, please feel free. We've got time for a couple more questions before we close up shop for the night. We're going with Superflusive, who wants to know, what is your opinion on Mii rules in tournaments?
Mii rules? I mean, I would probably just want like default everything, but like that doesn't mean that I wouldn't go to the tournament if like if it doesn't have it, I'll be like, all right, whatever. Like I don't hate it. It's just like everybody should have 1-1-1. But if they don't, that's like, all right, that's fine with me. I'm not gonna be like, I'm not attending this tournament like some people. But yeah, I'm fine with it. Like probably the worst case one I'll fight is probably Mii Brawler. Maybe the size thing is different, but like that still probably wouldn't convince me to not go to the tournament. But yeah, I'm fine with Mii's from what I've fought in at least so far.
Do the costumes make a difference? Are we gonna have a problem if somebody wears a King K. Rool costume? So many different options out there, man. Well, we'll go out with, honestly, and I hate to play favorites, but I think this was my favorite question of the bunch, and it comes from Gandesa. Boff, marry, kill. Zero Suit Samus, Lucina, and Robin.
That's probably the order. That is probably the order.
There you have it.
Zero Suit would probably kill me if I ever did something wrong, if I married her.
She looks mean, man. You see it? She's almost mean mugging people. Ooh.
That is probably the order.
Well, there you have it.
Lucina, it just has to be that way.
She understands. She understands. I think we all do. Anyway, Nairo, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. Do you have anything you'd like to say? Any shout outs before we close up shop?
Waifus are the best.
As long as they don't ruin your life,
No,
right?
it said marry Robin. It was F Zero Suit, kill Lucina, and marry Robin. That's what it was.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah.
There
We're
we got
good.
it. We got the clarification. Thank you so much, Nairo, for coming on the show. And we will be back next week with another Smash guest. That's right. Another one. We just keep them coming, man, every single week. So make sure you tune into the thread on Monday to ask your questions, vote or upvote or downvote your favorite or least favorite ones. And of course, we'll be back next week with another guest. If you like the show, follow us. Hit that follow button. I've tried every week to figure out where the follow button is. I still do. Is that where it is?
I'm that way.
Is it over that way?
This way?
Down there?
This way.
We got it. Okay, there we go. Hit that follow button. Follow us on Twitter while you're at it, @esports. Check us out on Facebook at daily.esports. And if you want to catch the VOD, if you want to relive some of the wonderful memories we made tonight, youtube.com/daily.esports. This has been the SmashBros AMA, brought to you by the Daily. I'm Ian Barker. This has been Jacob Wolf, and we will see you next time.